Hi, hello everyone. So myself Kalyan. So I'm having 5 plus of experience in big data. So today I'll be talking about Apache Hadoop 1.2.1 installation in Ubuntu. So for that prerequisite will be, so you need to have the Ubuntu operating system in your machine, and Java is required, and SH is required, and as well as Hadoop Tarball is required. So I'll just go with step-by-step execution one by one. And before I go with the exact procedure, so let me talk about what is Apache Hadoop first. It's providing features. So Apache Hadoop is a framework. It's having two major components are HDFS and MapReduce. The goal for HDFS is storing the data, and the goal for MapReduce is processing the data. So HDFS itself is the meaning is Hadoop Distributed File System. MapReduce, it's a functional programming model. It's intentionally done for distributed parallel processing. So let me start the first part of the prerequisite. What are the prerequisites are required, and as well as Apache Hadoop, what are the types of modes of installation it's supporting. So Apache Hadoop, it supports three types of installations. One is local mode, other one is pseudo distributed mode, other one is fully distributed mode. So the local mode and pseudo distributed mode intentionally done for developers and testing purpose, and fully distributed mode is intentionally done for like a production purpose. So today we are going to installing the pseudo distributed mode installation using the virtual box along with the Ubuntu. So the prerequisite for this one is Java. So we need to install it. So that can be 1.6 version or 1.7. It's anything is feasible. So the command to install the Java in Ubuntu is sudo apt-get install openjdk-6-jdk for Java 1.6, sudo apt-get install openjdk-7-jdk. This is for Java 1.7 openjdk installation. So this is the command we are going to install. We are going to do execute also as part of the Java installation. And after completion of the Java installations, we need to have one more prerequisite for Hadoop installation is SSH. So for that installation command is sudo apt-get install SSH. So these are the commands first I'll be going to be executing. Once that is completed, so I'll be going to downloading the Apache Tarball from the given link. That's the version number is Hadoop 1.2.1 version. So I'll be going to executing as part of the today discussion. So let me proceed till here one by one. So I'll be opening my virtual box which is having the Ubuntu. So I'll be logging with a user called Kalyan. So I'm providing my password to log in there. Yes. So now I log into the Kalyan user. So first thing I'm going to creating one user called ORIENIT. In that user I'll be going to installing the Hadoop. So you can create any user easily. So please follow the steps to create a user. So I'll be going to the right corner of the VM and going for an option called system settings. So once I choose the system settings option, the last option will be user and accounts. So clicking on the user accounts, then I need to unlock on this one. So for this it will prompt the current user administrator password. So I'll be giving my administrator user password. Now the window is going to coming in a lock mode. So once it is available in this mode, then you are allowed to add the users, you are allowed to delete the users. For adding the users, click on the plus button, then choose the type of the user is either administrator or standard. So if you just want to do like any admin roles, it's better to choose administrator, otherwise you can go with the standard also. So I'll be going to create a username is ORIENIT. So I'll choose my full name ORIENIT and username is ORIENIT. I'll click on create. Now the user is created with the role is administrator. So for this user you just need to add the password, means click on the account disable. Then it will ask you the password for that. So you can type your password. For the verification purpose you can always go for the show password. The initial password and confirmation password both are same. Then click on change. Now for this account the password is set, that will be the ORIENIT. So you can do the same thing from the command line also. So how to set the password to the user? So first click on the terminal. It will be going to open a terminal to you. Current username for me is ORIENIT and the host name is ORIENIT. So first you need to give a command is sudo to becoming as a super user. It will ask you the current user password. Provide the current user password. Then you are the root user. Once you are in the root user, you can go for sudo passwd ORIENIT. So here sudo is not a mandatory now because already you are in the root user, but it's the best practice to go with sudo command. Sudo passwd ORIENIT. Then it will ask you the ORIENIT user password. You want to set that one. Suppose previously I given as ORIENIT user. Now I want to change that one. I can always change it. So I will give the new password. I will confirm that one. It simply says like password is updated. Once it is updated, come out from the root user with the exit command. You want to close this terminal, go by the command called exit. So just right now what I have done is I just created one user called ORIENIT. I set the password through window and as well as through terminal. So now what I'm going to do is as part of this installation, so I'll be switching to the ORIENIT user. I'll be going to installing the prerequest, then I'll be going to installing the Hadoop. So for the first step is switching to the user. I'll just maximize the window for visualization purpose. Yes, now it looks good. So let's log into the user called ORIENIT by clicking on the last right corner one and go for a option called ORIENIT. So now we need to provide the password of the ORIENIT. So what we have given as part of the creation. Now I am in the ORIENIT user. So go to the dash home to open a terminal. Type terminal here. To make a shortcut, you can do drag and drop. Now escape is to exit from here. Now I will open the terminal. So you can always see the first one is the username, second one is the host name. So my host name is Kalyan. So how I can confirm that one is by giving a command is host name. So now the prerequisite for our Hadoop is Java. Is the Java is installed or not? You can confirm by the command is java-version. So if it is not installed, it will give an option to you. So at any point of time you want to install any software, the basic command will be sudo apt-get install unselected package. So today I will be going to installing the OpenJDK 1.6 version. So for that the command is sudo apt-get install OpenJDK -7-JDK. So this is the command to install the OpenJDK 7 version, 1.7 version. So once I enter this one, it will prompt you the current user password. He is the administrator. So you can provide the password, then say next. So now it is asking I need to download 109 MB of the data. For that I need to press Y. So whenever you go with this command, you should be connected to network. So right now I am in the network, so you can able to see my connection details also. So I am in the network now. My IP address, everything is displaying here. So now let's proceed with the execution is Y. So it will download the data from the internet and it is going to be installing for you. So it may take bit time, depends on your network speeds. Right now it is taking for me approximately saying 2 to 4 minutes. Let's wait for those many minutes. If you want to install the Java 1.6 version, means you can give a command is sudo apt-get install openjdk-6-jdk. This is the command for openjdk. So now it is downloading 74%. Let's wait for 1 more minute to complete. And suppose I don't want all these shortcuts, I'll just unlock it. So I want one editor is text editor. It's just like a notepad in the Windows. You can do the drag and drop. So now Java 1.7 is installed. So it's giving like a clearly now it is going to take a place. So you can clear the screen, and after that you can again execute the previous command. What is we given for the verification is java space hyphen version. So then it is going to showing the current version of the Java is 1.7.0.0_775. So now Java is installed. Now second prerequisite for Hadoop installation is SSH. For that the command is sudo apt-get install SSH. So now this time it is going to ask the yes or no again. So we need to say yes to download and install it. It won't take much time because it is very small amount of data. It will be going to install quickly now. So SSH also is installed in your machine now. So now the prerequisite is like a Java is installed and as well as SSH is installed. So now go for the next option is downloading the Apache Tarball from the Apache website. The simple procedure is you can go to the browser, you can type Apache mirrors, so it will give you the list of websites like where we have to download it. Okay, so now here generally the first one is the suggestible one. You can click on that one, but now it is pointed to the Apache Lucene, but we want only the Apache Hadoop. So for that you can remove in the top list the Lucene onwards in the browser. Now execute it. So this is the common repository. Now you can click on any one of the site. It's always give the best site in the first link itself. So now you will be having like a Apache all the softwares here. So go for Control F Hadoop. You will be having the Hadoop folder here. Click on the Hadoop folder. Now you'll be having a Chukwa common core. Go for the core. So here the list of stable releases are there. So if you are going to install the latest version of the Hadoop 2.6.0, you can go for that one. But currently we are installing the stable version of Hadoop 1.2.1. That is a stable one. Now download the tarball, that is Hadoop -1.2.1 tar.gz. Save this file. It is taking for me around 1 minute. Yes, now it is completed. So the step is we install the prerequisite for the Hadoop is Java and as well as SSH, and we download the Hadoop tarball from the Apache mirrors also. The next step is let's go to the home folder. This is the home folder. Click on this home folder, and in this home folder you can create your own directory. So whatever you want to create it, suppose I want to create one directory called Kalyan, then right click on here, create a folder called Kalyan. So now go to the Kalyan folder. Now copy the tarball from your downloads folder to here. So Ubuntu is giving option to tab support. You can use the tab. Copy this tarball to your Kalyan folder. Now once the copy is completed, you can right click on the tarball. You can simply say extract here. Now your Hadoop tarball is now extracted. So let's enter into the Hadoop 1.1.2.1 folder. So in this 1.2.1 folder, so we'll be having the main folder is configuration folder. Go to the conf folder. So in this conf folder, the main files you have to take it as part of the sudo mode or cluster mode installation is core site.xml, hdfs.xml, mapreset.xml, masters, slaves, Hadoop env. So these are the 6 files mainly we'll be going to install in the Hadoop configurations for the basic setup. Let me open all these files by right click on this and go open with text editor. Let's maximize the window. So now please everyone observe here. So inside my course.xml, I'll be having one configuration tab is open and it is ended. And when we go for the Hadoop env, there are Hadoop related and Java related properties are set here. And third one is hdfs.xml. Just simply configuration tab is open, configuration tag is ended. Mapreset, simply configuration tag is open and ended. And coming to the masters and slaves, both the files we are having one keyword called localhost. Generally when we will use localhost is if you are in the network, if you are not in the network, any operating system will provide a one host name is localhost, on IP address will be 127.0.0.1. Generally this masters and slaves files will be going to give either localhost or 127.0.0.1 if we are not in the network in a sudo mode. If we are in the network, we can provide the IP address or as original host name. How will you find your original host name is by giving a command called hostname. So let me execute that command. Host name. So my current machine host name is Kalyan. It's up to the installation time you have to set it, or else later you can also change this one. Okay, so let's open the PPT. What are the main steps we have to write inside the core.xml, mapreset.xml and hdfs.xml? Let me say it from the PPT and I'll come back to the installation part. So after completing the prerequisite installation of the Java and SSH and downloading the tarball, let's go for the next step is setting the environment variables. Just a second, I'll just pause for 1 second. Yes, let's continue. So the step we have to take it after that is we need to set the environment variables. So now I have installed the Java, so I need to set that one. So I am going to install the Hadoop, so I need to set that one. And as well as any operating system will contain one variable called path. These are the 3 environment variables I have to set it. So currently I'll be installing my Hadoop in the ORIENIT user. So for that one I need to give one command is opening the environment file is gedit space ~/.basrc. This is the command will help you to open the .basrc file which is there in your current user home folder. Then after that, end of the file, add the below 3 lines what I have written here. So first one is exporting the Java home, where exactly it is locating, and second one is exporting the Hadoop underscore home where you are interested to install the Hadoop, and third one is exporting the path, so adding the Java home bin folder, adding the Hadoop home bin folder along with the path. Once this thing is completed in the bashrc file changes, please save that file and close the terminal. Once that is completed, so we need to go for the configurations. As per the configurations for the sudo mode configuration is the 6 files. The first file will be the core-site.xml. It is there in the Hadoop home conf folder. So what is the content we need to write in that core-site.xml? The default one is, so there is one property tag is there and it is ended. This property contains the name and value. What is the name of the property is fs.default.name. The importance of this property will be where exactly your name node is going to be installing, on which mission and which port. So currently I'll be installing my name node in the local host, that means current mission itself, and I'll be going to running in the port is be 8020. You can define your own port, but only the condition will be that port should be the free port in your mission. So this is the major property inside the core-site.xml. And along with this we'll be having one more file is sdfs-site.xml. The goal for this site will be like configuring the SDFS related properties, and here we are configuring the one of the property is dfs.replication. Hadoop by default come with the replication factor is 3. So now if I am running in a single mission is I can make the maximum replication is only 1. Why? Because if I make a duplicate copy, if I make the replication factor is 2, means it means to make a duplicate copy. Maintaining the same copy in the same machine, there is no use. For that purpose, Hadoop given a minimum replication for you is 1. The default is 3, maximum is 512. Okay, so current replication factor how much I am giving is 1. The property name is dfs.replication and the value is 1. This is inside the sdfs-site.xml. And the third property file will be mappred-site.xml. So in this mappred-site.xml, I need to take care of adding the one of the property is mappred.job.tracker. The intention of this property is where job tracker has to run, in which machine it has to run, and as well as the corresponding port for that. So I'll be saying like I want to run in the local host, that means the current machine, and the port will be 8021. So what are the ports I have taken in the core-site.xml and as well as mappred.xml? These ports are the default ports. The general questions people will ask in the interview also, what is the default RPC port for the name node? The answer will be 8020. What is the default RPC port for the mappred site, map job tracker? So for that one answer will be 8021. So those configurations only I have taken here. It's free to change. There is no restriction. You have to go with only these ports. And after this we'll be having one more main file is hadoop-env.sh. The intention for this is we have to set the Java environment variables and as well as Hadoop environment variable and Java properties, Hadoop related properties. So currently we are setting the one of the main property for the Hadoop installation is Java home, where exactly Java is installed. So currently when I give like a command sudo space apt-get space install space open jdk-7 jdk, whenever I give in this command, the Java is going to be installing in the default path will be user lib jvm. This is the common folder, and inside that it's going to coming like the folder name will be java-1.7.0-openjdk. Sometimes it may give the path will be java-1.7.0-openjdk-i386 rs-amd64. What is the reason for this one is if you are using the Ubuntu version is maybe 64-bit, it will be going to come like a java-1.7.0-openjdk-amd64. If you are using the 32-bit version of the Ubuntu, means it will be going to come like a Java -1.7.0 -i386. So please make sure that verify that one when we are going to configuring the Hadoop env file. So let me proceed till here in our VirtualBox also. So now I'll be entering into my VirtualBox. I'll just come into the full screen. So now first step is updating the Hadoop environment variables, Java environment variables in the basrc file. For that, the command will be gedit /.basrc. This is the command you should execute in the normal user only. Please make sure that everyone verify is it the normal user or not. If you are done in the root user, means that will be not applicable to the current user. So please make sure that execute this command. So now it is open a file to you. Go to the end of the file, Control End, provide some spaces. Now please start writing the thing what we have written in our PPT also. The first one is export Java underscore home equal to user lib JVM. Now inside this I ask you to just verify it, confirm it is what exactly the path is there. User lib JVM ls. So currently I will be having the OpenJDK-AMD64 because of my Ubuntu is the 64-bit. If it is the 34-bit means -i386 will come. Now what other path I have done in the PPT I want to follow, that one means I need to make sure that copy that one. So for that I will be going to give a command is sudo cp -r java -1.7.0 this one, Java -1.7.0 this one. Make sure that I remove the last words. So this is the command. If you execute it, it will ask the password. Provide your password. Now type ls. You will be having the whatever the expected folder you have it. So now make sure that copy this one, add it to the your basrc file. This is what we have to take care it offline, or else we need to go with the -AMD64. It's up to you. There is no issue in the both the place. Now the next one is export Hadoop underscore home equal to. So where exactly we have extracted the Hadoop tarball, go to that folder and take the folders of the Hadoop. So now inside my home Kalyan, inside this I'll be having the Hadoop 1.2.1 folder. Right click on this folder, go for the properties. This is the parent path of that one, and having a subdirectory is this one. So take care of this one, then slash, take the path of the folder, then close it. This is what the second step for adding the Hadoop underscore home. Now third one is export path. Now here we need to make sure that $java underscore home slash small bin colon is the separator, $Hadoop underscore home slash small bin again $path. This is what we have to add inside the .basrc file. Once this is completed, save this file and close it. Now go to the terminal and make sure that close the terminal and reopen it. Now verify it. Whatever the variables you have set in the .basrc file, is it reflecting or not? How we can verify it? There is a command called echo space $java underscore home. This will tell you where exactly your Java is pointing. And similarly, next command will be echo $hadoop underscore home. This will tell you where exactly you are going to install the Hadoop. This is the base part for the before Hadoop installation. Once you done these changes, the next one is updating the configuration files as we discussed in the PPT. So let's go step by step one. Now I'll be going with the first file is core-site.xml. This is intentionally done for configuring the core properties of Hadoop. So what is the core property is name node, we have to configure it. So for that purpose, inside the between the configuration open tag, configuration end tag, we have to start writing that file. So I'll be writing my property tag, property open tag, same property tag you have to end it. For that purpose, we just need to type this one. So this is the first part. Now inside the property tag, so we need to have a one more tag called name, and again closer name, and we need to have one more property called value, and one more is /value. This is the basic thing, it should be there in the core site. Now what is my property name? Property name will be fs.default.name. Make sure that there is no extra spaces, that means close the end tag there only. And similarly the value will be sdfs : localhost : 8020. Make sure there is no extra spaces. So this is the property we have to add it. Just make sure for alignment purpose you can do the tab. That is the best approach. So now we have added one property inside the core.xml is purposes where exactly name node has to run and which RPC port it has to run. So here instead of the local host, I can configure 127.0.0.1:8020. So both are accepted. Right now I am going with the local host. And similarly the next one as per the open order is Hadoop env. So we need to make sure that adding the Java underscore home here. So you can clearly see the document also what it is saying. Java implementation to use, it's a required. So for this I will just uncomment this one, because inside script the comment will be the hash. I'll uncomment that one. Now I will add the Java underscore home opposite path. That will be user lib jvm /java -1.7.0 -open jdk. So this is the path we have configured inside the .basrc file also, but make sure that you have to configure here also. So once we have configured the Hadoop env file, the next file as per the order is SDFS site. So here also we need to make sure that add the property. So I will be taking the values from the course.xml. I will modify the data. So I have taken the properties from the course site.xml. So I'll be updating my property name. So what is the property name we have to write here is dfs.replication. That means how much replication you have to set for your Hadoop. So by default is 3, but this 3 is not correct when we are running in the local mode. Make sure that the value is 1. So this is the point, like how many replications you have to set here. Okay, so you can make maximum 512 values, but in sudo mode you can go with maximum 1 is the reliable answer. Okay, now once you added the sdfs.xml dfs.replication factor value 1, switch to the next property is mapped site, and here also take the property from the core site, update the property name. So what is the property name here? Mapred site.xml is mapred dot job dot tracker, where exactly you need to run the map reduce. So the value what we need to write here is localhost colon 8021. I can't use the 8020. Why? Because already that is going to using by the name node. So make sure that give the different port other than the 8020. That will be we are giving as here 8020, 8021. At any point of time you want to know what are the ports are running on your machine means, you can go by the netstat. There is a command is there netstat to verify what are the ports are rightly running in the your machine. So now the major changes are we are done like the 4 files. Once this is completed, you can just verify inside the master's file localhost is there or not. Inside the slaves also it's there or not. Why? Because so master's file is purpose is configuring the secondary name node. So I'll be saying like I want to configure my secondary name node in the local host, that means current machine itself, and as well as I'll be going to configuring my slaves. What are the slaves are data node task trackers, because Hadoop having a 5 daemons. What are the 5 daemons are name node, data node, secondary name node, job tracker, task tracker. So here the first 3 things are belongs to SDFS. So what is SDFS is Hadoop distributed file system, and the last 2 properties are belongs to map reduce. The purpose of MapReduce is distributed parallel processing. It's a functional programming model. So now once we configure the Hadoop properties, so then once we start the Hadoop, it should start the SDFS process names and as well as MapReduce process names. Okay. So for that there are some few comments are there. Let me open the PPT and we'll continue from there. Yes. So now after configuring till here, so the next part here like whenever we are going to starting the Hadoop, it will ask you the prompt actually to prompt the password actually. So it will ask you the 3 times the password. Okay. So now you want to disable that one. You want to make sure like disable your password means we can go for the below steps like what we have given here. The first thing is like a password is disabled or not in your machine. You can go by the command is ssh space localhost. So for this execution of this command, the prerequisite will be ssh has to be installed. That is already we installed as part of the prerequisite installation. So now first let me verify like this ssh is installed or not, and if it is installed, is the password is disabled or not. And if it is not disabled, so how to disable the password is the below these 2 commands. What is the first command is it will generate a keygen for you without password, and it will be having the one file will be going to create for you inside your home.sh folder id_dsa, and one more file will be id_dsa.pub. And to disable the password for entirely, we need to make sure that copying the id_dsa.pub file as a authorized keys. For that we will go for the cat command. So let me execute all these 3 commands one by one to confirm it like a password is disabled or not. If it is not disabled, how to disable it. Okay. There. Yes. The first thing is I need to verify the password is disabled or not. For that the command will be ssh localhost, the connecting secure cell. SSH means secure cell. So we are securely connecting to the localhost machine. If the password is disabled, it won't ask the password, but whenever you use the first time of SSH command, it always asks you the yes or no. Only this is the one time of your system. Then type YAS Now it is asking the password. The meaning is we are not disable the password. We have to provide our password, then we have to enter it. Once you given a proper password, it will enter into the user called local user host name is localhost. Now, so how we can disable the password? For that we have a command called ssh -keygen, then after that dsa, the command is here -t dsa, this entire command. Okay, let me copy from here to avoid the typing mistake. Yes. Okay, sorry, I think it's not enabled the copy. Let me type it ssh keygen -t dsa is the algorithm -p empty password. Then after that we need to give the path of the file. So -f, then path of the file will be ~/.ssh id _ dsa. ~f space ~/.ssh/id _ dsa. This is the command we have to press it. Now it will generate a keygen for you. So once this command is completed, next command is cat ~/.ssh/id _ dsa.pub. Now same thing we have to store it as a ~/.ssh/authorized _ case. This command will take care of that one. Sorry, so I have to use the double append here. This is the command, full command. So you can see the command in this PPT also. Cat space ~/.ssh/id _ dsa.pub, then double greater than symbol, then space ~/.ssh/authorized _ case. Now once executed this one, so we need to confirm it the password is disabled or not. How we can confirm it? ssh space localhost. Now this time it's not asking the password. That is the thing we have right now we have done. Okay, so disabling the password securely. Once it is disabled, so we need to make sure that starting and stopping the Hadoop. But generally if you start the Hadoop immediately now, it is not going to start the name node. Why? Because right now we are having only the Ubuntu file system, but make sure that we need to create a SDFS file system on top of the Ubuntu. For that we will be having one command called Hadoop name node -format. This is the command formatting the name node. That means what? If the HDFS file system is there, it is going to be formatting. If it is not there, it is going to create for you. So this command you have to execute only one time. So let me press enter. Now it is saying like it is formatted. Let's maximize the screen. Now let's give it again. Suppose it always prompt you like are you going to reformat? Don't say why. You have to say always n here, because if you say yes, it is going to be reformatting. That means if you have a data in a pen drive, if you done a format, it's going to delete the entire data. The same thing is going to happen here. So make sure that don't do y, you have to do n. Now once it is formatted, the next command is we need to start the Hadoop. So we can start the Hadoop by giving a start -all.sh. This command will start all the Hadoop process, but I want to start only HDFS. Then the command will be dfs.sh. Let me execute. First command is start -dfs.sh. Please everyone observe in the console messages, starting the name node, starting the data node, starting the secondary name node. Is it really started or not? You can always confirm with JPS. JPS is a Linux command to tell you like what are the Java process running in your machine. So when I start -dfs.ss command, it is starting the three process. One is data node, name node, secondary name node. That is the SDFS components related process. Now let me start the map reduce also. For that we'll be having a command is start -mapred.sh. So it will take care of starting the two process. One is job tracker, other one is task tracker. So now it is started job tracker here, and one more is task tracker. So let's clear the screen and verify JPS all the 5 processes are running or not. Can everyone see now here? So job tracker is running, data node is running, and name node is running, second name node is running, task tracker is running. That is what we just documented as part of here also. The 3 process belongs to SDFS, 2 process belongs to MapReduce. So that means like what are the process has to run, all are running it perfectly. Now so you want to make sure that stop it. So then you can go by command is stop dfs.sh for stopping the name node, data node, secondary name node. Now it is stopped it, verify it. Now only job tracker, task tracker is running along with the Java process. Now how to stop the mapred also, stop -mapred.sh. Now it is stopping the job tracker and as well as task tracker. Yes, let's confirm it JPS. Now no process is running it. So this is the one way approach to like starting the in like a group of the process. Now I want to start everything. For that we have a command is start -all.sh. Okay, so now when you are starting it and stopping it, so you know need to do format always. Remember that one, because some people will execute the format. When you are executing a format, always prompt you yes or no second time onwards. You have to press only no. So later onwards no need to execute it. So now I will be executing only the command is start -all.sh to start all 5 process. What are the all 5 process are? Name node, data node, secondary name node, job tracker, task tracker. Is it really running or not? You can go by the command is JPS. It will list out all the Java process which are running as part of the Hadoop. Okay, so this is my secondary name node, process ID is this one. This is my data node, process ID is this one. This is the name node, process ID is this one. This is the Java process, and job tracker process ID, task tracker process ID. These are the only the process IDs. But when we go for like a Hadoop, all process are going to running in your machine. So when it is running it, there will be particular ports will be there. So the port for the name node RPC port is 8020, and the port for the job tracker is 8021. The RPC port is for you is this one, and there is no RPC port for secondary. There is no RPC port for this one, and port for this one is 8021, and port for this one is nothing. Let's make it align. Yes. Now along with the RPC we'll be having one more port is HTTP. So what are the HTTP ports for name node is 50070, data node is 50075, secondary name node is 50090, for job tracker is 50030, and this one is 50060. These are the ports are very useful in real time to verify what exactly the data is there in the name node, data node, secondary name node, job tracker, task tracker. So now my Hadoop is running it. I just want to open the my name node information. For that we'll be having a URL http localhost 50070. Why 50070 is because of it is running in the 50070. If I want to open the job tracker 50030, let me open these two URLs in the browser. Just open the browser, just paste and enter. So can you please everyone see now? So my name node is running it and running in the current mission, and the RPC port is 8020. This is what we configured in the course.xml. And when exactly I have started is this is the particular time. And what is the current version of the Hadoop I will be using is 1.2.1. So you'll be having some more informations in this list also, but just for the showing purpose I have shown you this file. One more information you can meet me in ORIENIT also. So now let me open the one more URL is 50030. So this is the job tracker URL. It will be going to show like a job tracker information and job informations to you here. Okay. So now suppose I want to see like a HDFS data. There is an option called browse the file system. If you click on the browse the file system, it will be going to list out the file system for you. By default, there is one path is given here is the /tmp. Okay, so now let's transfer the data from your local machine to HDFS. For that, Hadoop is given as some basic commands. You want to know the Hadoop file system commands is the basic command you have to remember is first Hadoop. So when you type Hadoop and you enter it, it will list out the what are the commands are supported after Hadoop. So just for the transferring the data from your local machine to HDFS or HDFS to local machine, so we need to go for the one command called this is the fs. Run a generic file system as a user client. So let me give that command now. So that command is Hadoop space fs. This will be having a list of so many options for your command. Okay, so now I'll be going to talk about the one of the command is put mkdir ls. These commands let me talk about now. Suppose I want to know what are the files are there in my Linux, I can go by the ls. But same thing you want to know it in the Hadoop data. The ls is not the command. The command is Hadoop fs -ls, then we need to mention the path of the data. So right now in our slash is this directory. What is the folder and what are the files are there? Only /tmp. So when I press this one, it will display the same thing for you. So that is what /tmp. Now suppose I want to create a directory. In the Linux we have a command is mkdir, make directory. The same thing we can execute in the Hadoop also. The command is Hadoop fs mkdir. I want to create one directory called Kalyan. So let me create this one. Now it is created. Verification you can go by the ls command. So can you see the difference now? So there is a /tmp in the previous command, but now it is showing /tmp as well as /kalyan. So you can always observe these things from the browser also. When you refresh this one, you can able to see the Kalyan when it is created also. So now inside the Kalyan there is no data. So I want to transfer the data from my local machine to HDFS. So for that we have a command is Hadoop fs -put /etchosts. This is the one file is there, and I don't want to transfer only one file, just like a control command. I want to transfer two files at a time to my Kalyan directory. I can go by this command. It's not only for one file or one folder, it can be collection of files and folders also. It's supported by the command is put, transferring the data from your local machine to HDFS. I will execute this command. Now it is saying like it's done. Verify it. Can you see now? So this data you want to click on here. You can show the content also here. This is the command for make directory. After that put command. I want to read the data. So that is the place we will go for. The command is cat. I want to read the data inside my Kalyan directory. So the only HOSTS file. I'll go with this command. So I want to read only the HOSTS, it's fine. But I want to read the host name is, I'll go with this. I want to read both the things, then I will say star. It will read both the things now. So can you see now? The first file Kalyan is came because of the host name as per the sequential order, and second one is came the entire data. That means what? This is like a Linux kind of command, support the regular expressions also. That's what we have to clear it. So now till here is like all the Hadoop data you have verified, all the process running or not you have verified. But this is the only the learning practice. In real time, if you done only these properties, only this much of installation, this is not correct. So I will show you the issue right now what we have configured. Okay, so for that let me stop it first. So once I stop the data, my browser data am I able to access or not, I'll show it. I'll start again, I'll show it. Then I will going to show the exact issue in real time if you follow only this much. It's saying one by one down, stopping it. Yes, let's confirm it JPS. Now no process. Can you verify is this browsers are working now? It's not working. The reason is we have stopped it. Now let's start again. Yes, JPS. Yes, all processes are running it now. Correct? Yes. Let's open the browser, refresh it. It's came back. And refresh it, it's not came back. The reason is please read the message here. Okay, so there is a concept called safe mode. Right now what it is saying is name node is in safe mode. Once it is in a safe mode, you can't be taken. So safe mode has to be turned off automatically. So by default time for to safe mode to turn off is 30 seconds. Once it is completed, you should able to do this one. Okay, wait for 30 seconds and refresh it. It's done. It's came back. Correct? Yes. So now that means once I stop it, once I start it, is there any data loss for me here? There is no data loss. Okay, I should able to access my Kalyan folder. I should able to access this one. But if you follow this approach, so I'll show you the issue. I will stop my Hadoop. Because I'm the learner, I just stopped it. Yes, it's completed. JPS verified, nothing is running it. So why? Because in real time, so you should know like what are the kind of common issues will be there, how to troubleshoot that one also. So right now the issue is we started, stopped it, and we verified the data, everything is working fine. Now let me restart the mission. That means like I will close my VMware, I'll again launch my VMware. Instead of that one, let me say like a shutdown first. This is the very important point everyone has to remember. So I'll be just shutting down my VM now. It's just like a shutting down the your normal box. Yes, now it is done. I shut down it. Okay, but actually I think it's logged into the other user. shut down fully because I'm logged into the other user, multi-user. So we have to shut down clearly. If not, close this VMware part of the machine. Yes. So now let's make give a action call again start. This will take a bit time. So meanwhile, just recall the points what we discussed through PPT also. So we disable the password. Then after that, so we just given it the first command is Hadoop name node -format to format the Hadoop distributed file system. If you want to start only Hadoop HDFS daemons, the command we given is start -dfs.sh. You want to start only MapReduce means we have given a command is start -mapred.sh. You want to start all the commands means we given a command is start -all.sh. So similarly, the opposite commands we have seen is stop dfs.sh, stop mapred.sh, stop all.sh. Correct? So these are the commands we have verified it. And after this, we just open the browser localhost :5070 for the name node. We open the browser for the job tracker 5030 is for the job tracker. So once these two things are completed, we're just going with some basic commands are Hadoop fs-ls/ the path we have to give, that is path should be SDFS. The same way we have given a one more command is like a mkdir make directory. That is a command for like a listing creating a one directory inside the SDFS, and after that we given a put command to transfer the data from local machine to SDFS. So here triple dot indicates it can be a folder or file, can be multiples. This is the commands we have given. Okay, so let's come back to the our VM. So what is the issue we are going to identify now? Let me show it. Now it is restarted. Let me enter my password. I'll go there. Yes. So now let's see here. So I'll be clicking on the terminal. I'll verify my JPS. Definitely there is no Hadoop here because we are not started. Now let me give a command called start -all.sh. Yes. So it's saying all the process are started. Verify with JPS. Cool. All are started? No. One process is not started. Can you even see here? Which process is our name node is not started. This is the issue with the approach what we have followed. The reason is the by default parse for the Hadoop name node metadata and data node data will be there in the /tmp. So because of that, that folder now deleted when you restart it. So make sure that don't go by the only the default values which are configured in the code side. So in real time, to solve this issue, we need to make sure that one extra property has to be added in the Hadoop home conf folder core site.xml. Okay, what are the property we added? This guarantees that in that session it will be like a Hadoop is perfectly well run. But once you restart your Hadoop, it is not going to run all the process. Okay, the reason is name node data is deleted. To solve this one right now in this user is you have to make sure that format the name node again. But this is not correct approach. So once you done this one, when you give a again start -all.sh command, your name node will start. But this is not the current approach. Why? Because if you do like this every time when you restart your system formatting the name node, you will lose the data. So can you see now everyone now here? The job tracker I'm able to access it. but let's verify the 50070 URL. Go for the browse file system. Can you see the Kalyan folder now? It's not there. So the issue is the metadata is deleted. To fix this one, let's stop the Hadoop first. Okay, let us start playing one by one. Yes. So now it is stopped it. So now if you restart again your machine, you will lose the data. So to avoid that one, what are the steps we have to follow is, so inside the core site.xml, add a one more property. What is that property is dfs.tmp.dir. This is the property we have to add it. Now this will be by default /tmp, but I don't want that one. So I will make sure that I will add the my home ORIENIT user Kalyan folder Hadoop data folder. Now what is the guarantee from this step is like 100% whatever the data you are storing in the SDFS now, it will be available once you restore it also. Why? Because this folder won't be deleted automatically when you restart it, but the default path like a /tmp will automatically be going to be deleted. Okay, this is the fix for this. Now let's confirm this fix, is it correct or not. And whenever you done these changes, make sure that first time you have to format it. Okay, so now the command is hadoop name node -format. Okay, oh sorry for this. Okay, so we done only the dfs stem directory. Okay, so let me confirm it like once again. The property name is wrong. It's a hadoop.temp.directory. That is a mistake. You can go by the all the properties always in the core default. The corresponding one will be the core side. The path what is there right now here? /tmp. This is not the correct path. Okay. So now do the command again. Now it won't show the message like this. Correct? Yes. If you do it again, it will prompt you like a yes or no. Make sure that no. Now I will start my Hadoop. I'll verify it. Everything is running fine. Verify through browser. It's running fine here. Verify this one also. Running fine. Go for browse file system. Now you will be having a home folder here. It's not the /tmp. Remember that one. So now here let me execute the previous commands. Hadoop fs -mkdir /kalyan. You can able to see the Kalyan folder now. Now the next command will be hadoop fs -port /etc h4s /etc h4stnamb /kalyan. Now you can go and verify these two files are there at the time of this file. Now let's confirm it what we discussed, is it correct or wrong. By stopping and restarting the mission, then 100% your data will be secure now. Okay, that is what we have to confirm it now. Stop it first. JPS, no Hadoop, close this VM, power off it, again go to the VM and start it. So now log into the Hadoop ORIENIT user. Yes, now it is up. Verify GPS. Nothing is running. Go for start all command. Now last time when you restarted, it is not started the name node. Now let's verify name node is running or not. It's running. You verify through the browser also. Is your data is safe or not now. Browse file system. Can you see here? There is an option called safe mode. It will turn off automatically 30 seconds. If you can wait for 30 seconds, then it is going to be turned off. Ten more seconds. 7 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go. Browse file system, Kalyan folder. The files are available now. That is the important things. Okay, so please make sure that everyone, so what are the steps you are learning as part of the Hadoop installation? Every property importance will be, you need to know it. That's what the, as a Hadoop developer admin has to be clear. Okay, so now, so hope you enjoyed here till here. So you want some more important properties as part of the Hadoop installation, like tuning the Hadoop, how I can make it my Hadoop is better and you form a cluster, or like what are the troubleshooting techniques we have to learn as part of the Hadoop installation whenever the issue is occurred. The previously we have seen like one issue is occurred. I said like clearly name node is not happened, but way to verify it, all these things everyone has to familiar. So for this more information you can always touch with me. So my blog will be the Kalyan Hadoop training. You can simply type Kalyan Hadoop in your Google. Okay, I think right now I was not even connected to network. Let me connect it first. Yes, so now when you go for like a Kalyan Hadoop in your Google, the first few links is mine only. You can go with blindly the my web blog. You can go for the our labels, what are the things I have given here. You can go for administration. There are so many topics I have written as part of the my blog. So if anyone is going for the interview, if anyone interested to learn map reduce and learn or all these kind of things, I have clearly written like a one by one. So anyone is feel free to put a comments on here. I'll be there to reply it for you. Okay, so this is the blog for me, and we'll be having one website is big data training hyderabad.com. This is the place if anyone want to go for like a certifications. I'll be giving like an online certification for you. You can go for the Hadoop certification option here and you can try it. You can go for like a basic things also. Okay, let me show it here. This is the one. You can try it or register it. It's up to you though. If you register it, like you'll get a full access to for the certification also. The people who might be got the top scores, always you can verify it here. So our students will get like a top scores. We'll be showing here also. If anyone want to get a more things also, you can always will be having articles are there here. So this is what like one of the source for you at any point of time. You can take an online mock test. Okay, and you can go and touch with here like going for the interview questions, everything like in this place. So let's hope enjoyed here. So let me see the PPT like at the last slides what we have it. So Hope you enjoyed it. So you can go for the blog or website, the given links here, and anything you want to talk to me like a through personally, you can always come to the our ORIENIT office in Hyderabad, Amirpet, and you can talk to me. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you.